Well, hello house guests. Welcome to today's Big Brother Canada 7 updates and spoilers. You are correct. I am not Maddie. I will never be Maddie. This is going to be a train wreck, so buckle up. I was tasked with doing the spoiler for today, and probably quite a few in the next month, so here we go. The house guest of the day is Robin S. Yesme. So congratulations. Thank you so much for supporting us. We appreciate it. You're awesome. And if anybody else would like to be a house guest of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. So let's get started. There's a little update from the POV comp. Trevor Boris apparently tweeted out that it's okay to cheat on some of the competitions. And this was one of the ones that it was okay to cheat. And by cheat, I mean help other people who are also in the competition. So if you don't want to win it and you want one of your friends or allies to win it, that's cool. You can help them out. So nobody was punished for that. However, the slop punishment is real. I still haven't heard a solid reason about why they have taken away their food and they're making them eat this disgusting green stuff. And yes, the slop in Canada is green, and no, it wasn't just for St. Patrick's Day. It is really disgusting. I don't think I could do it. If they made me eat slop, I would just be like, I'm not doing this. I'm going home. I'm not doing it. It's going to tear up my stomach. And there's heinous farts, and people are pooping their brains out, or people can't poop. Let's not talk about the slop anymore for right now. All right, so Kira and Chelsea, you guys know they're in an alliance, so they're having a game chat. They decide that they're an unbreakable bond. They can really trust each other completely, but there's some rules. They need to be reminded we can only meet in a dumpster, because we don't want the rest of the house knowing that we are a bond. We're a bonded couple. An alliance, if you will. I don't know if anybody in the house hasn't not realized this yet, but just like I don't know if anybody in the house doesn't realize that Adam and Sam are working together. Her hips were up to there. I mean, everybody must know that Kira is working with Chelsea. It's pretty obvious. They are always in the HOH room together. Alright, they're talking about possibly putting up a replacement nomination if they were to put up Kaylin. Kira reports we would have enough votes. So that's good. And everyone is getting on board with, that Mark seems a little bit shady. He might be trying a little bit too hard. Speaking of Mark, he was having a chat with Anthony. Mark reports to Anthony, you know, they're in the Pretty Boys Alliance. That's one of the lamest names I've ever heard on Big Brother Canada. Mark is trying to branch out. That means he's being shady to other people. He's being awkward in his exchanges with other people. I think they're onto him. There's a lot of Mark chatter that he's playing both sides. Nobody seems to be trusting him outside of the Pretty Boys Alliance. Now Anthony, he's got a very, very high opinion of himself. I've got a nice little quote here that I'd like to read you guys. He said, and I quote, Sam is, well, let me read it in my Anthony voice. Sam is starting to really appreciate my mind. I haven't really exposed my mind because it'll be very dangerous. If people see how smart and how much I know about this game, it'll be a problem. I'm careful with the words I use. If somebody had said that to my face, I would have laughed so hard. I don't know how Mark held it together or didn't throw up. I cannot believe what a mastermind he thinks he is, and I cannot believe that Mark is so closely aligned with him if he is such a freaking genius. That's crazy. I would vote him out immediately. Then they had some more talk about how Kira ruined their game, meaning Kira's game, by helping Sam win the veto. Like it was the worst freaking thing in the world. Like nobody else would ever do that. Well, it was pretty bad. Everybody was pretty disgusted by it. So then Anthony didn't just stop there. He's making the rounds. He's making his mentoring tour. Are you a stop on the mentoring tour with Anthony? So he chats with Corey. And he tells Corey, you know what? If Sam were to win HOH, she would put you up in a heartbeat. And Adam, my boy Adam, who's not really my boy because, you know, we're not in an alliance or anything, he's not very smart. Sam is totally running the show there. So we need to get rid of Sam. Okay, so then we have a meeting of the A-team, meaning Anthony and Adam. So he tells Adam that everybody thinks you're a dummy and that Sam is running the show between the two of you because, I mean, her hips were up to there and everybody knows that you guys are a showmance. You know, I don't know when it became a bad thing to be in a showmance. It seems like all of the out in the open showmances have done so well on Big Brother. Why all of a sudden are people afraid to show that they're in a showmance? In BBUS, it's not that great to be in a showmance. Well, that's not true. It's worked for a lot of people, but I think when you keep it under wraps, or you try and keep it under wraps, it doesn't work the same way. Alright, but he tells his boy Adam, everybody thinks Sam's running the show, you're a dummy, everybody's gonna be on board to get her out of the house because they think that you'll be lost without her. Okay, that's hilarious. So now we have another check-in in the dumpster. And in the dumpster today is Chelsea and Kira. Everybody's finding out about Chelsea's plan. Now, if you recall, her plan was to backdoor Kaylin. But she didn't actually tell anybody, really, kind of, not really, but she did, that Kaylin was the target. So now everybody's kind of finding out through everybody else. I suppose all of the pretty boys know because they're all in an alliance. But miraculously, the girls do not realize that there's a pretty boy alliance, which I don't see how they couldn't, but they don't. But Chelsea's okay with her plan getting out there because as long as Kaylin doesn't know, if everybody finds out about the plan, whether it's through other people telling them, or she's gonna tell like Kiki right before, or you know, soon, they'll come to trust her. They'll think, oh, I can trust Chelsea because she told me about her secret plan that wasn't so secret. Right? Special report. Oh my God. Is Sam actually not washing her hair for the last 20 days? Did she actually say to Adam, it's day 20. I'm gonna have to wash my hair soon. So in the game, isn't it only like day, I want to say like 16 or something like that? And she hasn't washed her hair since sequester? She's a hair stylist, isn't she? Or is she just an eyebrow semi-permanent tattooer? I don't know, but I couldn't imagine going 20 days without washing your hair. Is that for real? I need to know. So, time for a check-in with Sam and Adam. She says she's going to use the POV. Why not? She won it. She could do whatever she wants. She's going to use it on Kiki. And I guess she figures that if Kiki were left on the block against Kaylin, it wouldn't be a sure thing that Kaylin would go home. But if Damien's left on the block with Kaylin, that's a pretty good bet that Kaylin would go. So she's going to tell Kiki that you're a strong competitor and you've proved yourself and you belong here and you've earned this. You deserve it, girl. Get it. But Damien hasn't approached her at all. So his ass can rot on the block. That's the reason that she's going to give, but that may or may not be her reasoning. Probably not. So Adam is really into Sam. Did you know? In the beginning I thought it was the other way around, that Sam was really into Adam. But apparently he's got it bad for her. And he always seems to have a problem. Every time I see him, he is like pulling the crotch down in his sweatpants. Does he have like a perpetual boner for her or what? I don't know. But he is bound and determined to bed her in the HOH the next time that he wins HOH. And she said, no, we're going to be classy and wait till after the show because I am a business owner and I have friends and family, and that is disgusting. That is the first thing that I've said, that she said that I've agreed with. Keep it classy, girl. You don't have to be having sex on no TV show. It's disgusting. Just wait until after the show. It's not that long. Alright, so last night, I was watching the feeds. You know, like the B-Bad of Canada. And they were playing the lamest telephone game up in the HOH room. The game wasn't lame. The way they were playing it was that, you know, they would go around and like create a sentence / story by each person adding a word to the end. So, you know, cat eats. Cat eats food, blah, blah, you know, like they'd go through the thing, but the words that they were picking were the lamest things and they made no sense. And if you couldn't repeat it, you know, then you had to do like a push-up, and by how many times like you screwed up in the whole game, that's how many push-ups you had to do. So of course Adam was doing one-handed push-ups because he's so strong and you know, he's such a beast. But at one point they were talking about penis holders, and it just didn't make any sense because I guess they wanted, you know, they were like, oh, this is boring, let's get a little edgy. Why couldn't you just... These people are just dull. I'm sorry. They screw up a fun game like that. Meanwhile, while everyone was, you know, everybody was so thrilled too during the game. I don't even know why they were just going through the motions. Did Big Brother say, hey, this is going on TV for Canada now. They don't want to see you moping around like a bunch of jerks. Why don't you just play a game or something? So they were just going through the motions. But downstairs, Kiki was making slop pizza. Okay, this thing looked kind of like a burnt pizza. I don't know how she got it so red. I guess she put some sauce on it, but it was crispy. And I think Dane was there, and Esty was there, and I can't remember who else was there. I think Kira came down from upstairs because she just couldn't take that game anymore. It was terrible. And just when she started cutting up the pizza, and people were raving about it, so it must have been all that. But boy, did they get sick from it the next day. It's just too much slop. But Mama Kaylin, she didn't get any pizza. And she was pretty pissed off. And she had some choice words. What the hell? I've been cooking for these people the whole time. And now they won't even they didn't save me any of the slop pizza. But I think actually today, Kiki had offered her some of the pizza. And she was just like, no, I don't want it. Because I had some slop shake. And I went to the bathroom like 5 times, girl. So, but a little update. Everybody is still on slop as of right now. And it's about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time right now. So, I'm assuming, at the risk of making an ass out of you and me, that the reason why they're being punished is the usual reasons that they get punished every year. They're napping when they're not supposed to be. Their room is a freaking mess. They are being disgusting. They are using foul language. Canada's watching Houseguests. Watch your language. So, you know, for any reason. It's like a cop. I got pulled over once by a cop and he told me, you know what, miss? I could pull over anybody right now and write them a ticket. For anything. And I was like, okay. So I guess Big Brother Canada can pretty much rag on these people for just about anything that they're going to do in the house. But they do it every season. They punish them for something. For being pigs. For being smelly, dirty, sleepy. Who knows? So this is what happened today. We're finally at today. The feeds went down this morning for the veto ceremony as they usually do. And when they came back, Kiki was saved by Sam, and Kaylin was put up in her place by Chelsea. Chelsea also revealed that it was her plan all along. She pulled one of those, this is what I'm meant to do. So I guess it worked out okay. I mean, it wasn't spectacular. It didn't blow up in her face, though. I think it all went pretty smoothly. Kiki feels like, okay, you didn't put me up because I was, you know, your target. You just put me up as a pawn. But you couldn't, you know, you didn't let me know because that might have been a tip-off for Mama Kay. So that's cool. And she owes Sam as well. She owes her a debt of gratitude for taking her off the block and not Damien. Damien's feeling pretty good. He's up against a big target and he knows it. So he feels pretty confident that he's going to stay. And Kaylin's going to go home. A big master manipulator. So I think all in all, if she can pull it off and Kaylin goes home, it's going to be a pretty good HOH, not wasted, for Chelsea. And you know some of these earlier ones are quite wasteful. Yeah. Kaylin is kind of owning it. She's you know, she's like, okay, I can see why you would put me up. I rallied last week. I created some waves. You got me. But then she had a short chat with Jesus out on the patio and the diary room, and she came back strong. She was campaigning her ass off. Oh my God. Campaigning hard too. She already has talked to Anthony, Dane, and Mark. Those were the first ones she went to. She's laying down, you know, I'm going to be a bigger target against Damien when we go into a double. And everybody thinks the double's coming soon. Please, it's so early in the game. There's no way they would do a double this soon. It's definitely not. Yeah. You've got 3 days, right? Thursday's the eviction. And you're campaigning this hard out of the gate? What did Jesus say to you? I can't believe she's campaigning this hard already. Girl, relax. You got plenty of time. You got plenty of time to screw this up. Poor Eddie is very upset. All of Eddie's friends are leaving the house, and I can't blame him. It's like pretty soon he's going to be all alone, and then he's going to be out the door if he doesn't start hooking up with some people here. Not only is it bad for him because of his alliances, you know, unofficial alliances are leaving, but those were the people that he had a lot in common with, that he was hanging out with and enjoying and talking, and now he's just left with the other side of the house. So I feel bad for him, because when you don't have any friends in there, 1 hour can probably seem like a year. So he immediately jumps ship and starts chatting up Adam. So he's also campaigning pretty hard now too, to distance himself from Kaylin. Plans for next week, pretty boys? Well, the pretty boys minus Adam are planning on putting Adam up on the block along with Sam. So they were talking during their pool game, and Anthony said, boys, I want Sam to go ASAP. So we are probably going to need to prevent Adam from getting HOH, because he's probably going to have to go up on the block. Because if we just put up Sam on the block and he wins the HOH and he wins the POV, he's safe, and he's going to use it to take her down, and then our plans are going to be all screwed up. So he's going to have to touch the block. That is a bold move to put somebody from your... It's like saying, it's like naughty parents, you know, like, we know better than you. You shouldn't date this person. We're saving you. He's not going to appreciate that, really, down the line. I mean, he might have a couple weeks ago, before he really started having to pull the crotch down on his sweatpants all the time. But right now, I think the last thing that he wants to see is Sam go. So this could possibly backfire. Chelsea and Kira, again, have another meeting in the dumpster. Kira reports back to Chelsea on Kaylin's campaigning. Chelsea has had enough. She is so burnt out. She's hearing about all of this campaigning, and she thought she had this thing sewed up, but Mama Kay will not just lay down and go. So she has felt so... She was feeling really confident before. Not so much anymore. She really needs a break from the game. She needs to take a little weekend away from the game. She's tired of playing the game, because the game in this house is 24/7. There are no breaks from the game. And we're only at the beginning. So if she's this burnt out right now, I hate to think, if she sticks around, how exhausted she's going to be. So I guess that's about it for today, kids. I mean, that brings us up to about 5 o'clock today. So I hope you come back tomorrow for another spoiler by moi. If you can stand it. Thanks for watching, guys. Until tomorrow. Much love.